Okay, so today's the Q&A day. We remember because it was Thanksgiving, so we didn't do anything that day. So today's the Q&A, and then later today, an hour from now, we do have that group clearing, transcending emotional manipulation and gaslighting, going both ways, meaning what you've done to others, and then how others have done to you. And think about this. Why do we do emotional manipulating? Because we're not able to ask for what we want, right? So, I'll be cleaning some of that stuff up too. So, again, today's group clearing later in an hour is the transcending emotional manipulation and gaslighting. Both ways. So, today's Q&A. So you get to ask questions. Don't be asking me personal questions about yourselves, people. I'm not here to do that, okay? So, if you got questions about other things that will be of, value, interest, that'll be helpful for other people, for everyone, those are the kind of questions you can ask, okay? So, okay, you want to know this? This is a good one, you guys. Okay, here it is. Okay, so what made you realize you wanted liberation in this life? What was the light bulb? Okay, so people, it wasn't really a light bulb. It was a life of suffering, great suffering. Okay, so think about this. I actually was trying to die at 8 years old. Okay, so coming into the world, the initial initiation in was my mom trying to abort me. Okay, so in that attempted abortion, she took stuff, so I have anomalies in the body, but it anchored in a belief that, I'm not wanted, I don't belong, I'm not loved, I'm going to be killed. Okay, so that anchored in. And then after that, I experienced, when my mom, after I was born, of course, she loved me, okay, but then she basically left when I was 2.5 years old. So I'm getting love from my mom, all of a sudden it's gone. Then my dad leaves, so both parents pretty much abandon us, and then I'm raised by a grandmother who hated me, so she abused me. Pulling my pants down in front of people, hitting me with the razor strap, switches off trees, anything she could find, hit me with. And then also sexual abuse that was happening with her husband, my step grandfather, or whatever you call it. And then, several other people's with sexual abuse. So, I was pretty shattered, very shattered. So what happened is in 1984, I had decided I was going to check out for real. And I told my husband, and I had 2 kids, and I can't remember how it happened, but I agreed to go see like a psychotherapist. So I did. I went and saw a psychotherapist, and that's when I decided that maybe there's hope. So from that point on, that's when I started learning how to do all this emotional work. But I also had an experience in that process with that. She was a psychotherapist, and I had an experience one day where I just went into a state of what I would call pure enlightenment, totally aware, totally awake, present, conscious, and there was nothing in me that had any attachments, any desires, any judgments. And I walked around the room, I looked out the window, I'm looking and seeing this, there's a bridge thing, there's trash all strewn down, and in her room, in her office, there were some flowers that were dying. There were colors that normally I didn't like, but nothing in me had any kind of reaction, thought, angst, nothing. Okay. So once I had that experience, I knew that was possible for us, for me, for people, humanity. We could be at peace. And then I also read the book Illusions. That book literally propelled me on a mission to for enlightenment, okay? Because I knew a lot of the things that were spoken of in that book, and especially the Messiah's Handbook, I knew it was possible, okay? I know it. But the thing is we're not evolved enough to live what's possible, okay? But that's what happened for me, okay? So that's how my journey started, and that's why I'm at where I'm at now. This is why I do what I do, is like it all started in my own suffering. So that's what made me realize that I wanted liberation. I knew that we could not have suffering. I knew that we could be free from all these attachments and all this angst and all this victimizations. And, along the journey, of course, I've discovered many, many things. And it's like ultimately becoming where, like you guys, I no longer have a sadness in me, like for real. It's gone. It is gone. Okay. I can't find any deep sad anymore, which is pretty cool. So, massive changes happen for me, and, basically life changes. Okay. But it was that place of just wanting to die and being in such misery. It's not the world itself. It's not the earth. It's all the emotional pain, people. Okay. Okay. Got a couple questions here. Okay. So Charlene's asking, my sister wants to know if vampires are real, the kind we see on TV. Not in this dimension. In other dimensions, other time space, yes. Now, have they infiltrated our plane of existence? Yes, but they're not physically embodied, okay? They're not living like what we see on TV, okay? Like, where they have to go drink blood off of somebody. We don't have that in physical, okay? Physical. But we do have it on the energy planes, okay? Ah, cool. Yeah, I do my own hair, you guys. It's different every day, right? Okay. Okay, so hang on. Okay, you mean when you say something to someone who is guilty of it and they tell the person who they shared the info with that you are crazy, are the crazy one, yet they are the guilty one who thinks it's okay to do. Okay, hang on a second. I don't think I get that. Okay, hang on. Maybe you mean to say when someone is guilty of something, okay, and they tell someone else that you're the crazy one, yet they're the ones who thinks it's okay. Yeah. You guys, here's what's up. People are constantly seeing in others, okay? They see things in you that we don't see in ourselves. And then we call it out, we label it, but we're not realizing that it's a reflection of the self. That's always happening. I'm going to tell you all something. Every time you're finding fault with, judging somebody, I guarantee you, look this way. That's me. That's me. Just so y'all know, I think I've shared with many of you that have been hanging out with me here. I had, I'm on a quest, to have the heart open. So, I got married, and I got married knowing, the reason I got married was I was like binding myself, knowing that I was going to get triggered. Okay. I knew it. So some of the last stuff that's been happening is this feeling like finally I got it, because I was judging him. I knew I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Finding fault. And I'm going, okay, Bon, this is about you. This is about you. This is about you. But what is it? What is it? Okay. So finally I got what it is or was. And it is that place where, where it's like there's a judging of myself. I didn't even know what I was judging, but then it was like, then I discovered and realized I was rejecting him, making him wrong, but it was my own self that I've been judging and making wrong, rejecting. So I had a major transformation, major shift with that. Seriously, it changed me. Okay. But this is bringing me back to this. And in that, I'm seeing him, I'm finding fault with him. I'm rejecting parts of his behaviors or whatever. So again, people, whatever that is that we're seeing in others, it's always showing us ourselves. Okay, think about this. Everything is about you. Every feeling you have, every reaction you have, every belief you have, every conclusion you've made, everything is about you. Okay? All we're seeing is reflection, reflection, reflection of our own selves. That's it. So people will judge somebody, and yet everybody can go, well, you do the same thing, same, only different. Okay? Okay. Okay. I would like to know what to do and expect for an appointment with you that I booked already. How do I prepare for it? Okay. So here's the thing. You get a session. You can't really prepare for it because here's the thing. I'm going to be asking you, why are you coming? What do you want help with? That's my question. What's up? Okay. You're going to start telling me what's going on. As you're speaking, I'm tracking your energy. I'm looking. So get really clear on what you want help with. Like, for example, let's just say that I was coming to a session with me. Okay. And I'm realizing, okay, I know there's something in me that I'm seeing in my husband, and I can feel where my whole, I'm spinning, I'm going into stories, and I'm in an angst, and yet I'm realizing that I'm rejecting something in him, but I'm also realizing I'm rejecting something in myself. I want to heal that. I want to heal whatever that is inside of me, where I've got self-rejection, judging myself, where I'm still hurting myself because I'm not able to accept something in me, even though I don't know what that is. Okay. So that's something. Okay. So just get clear, don't be wishy-washy. Don't just say something like, oh, well, I'm sad. Okay. The more depth you give me of what's happening for you, I don't need story. I don't need a story. Okay. But the more you can get clear on, you realize, let's just say, for example, because a lot of people are struggling with finances, money, right? So if you come in because you got financial issues, okay, so I'm going to be looking at, so you come and you say, well, no matter what I do, monies aren't coming in. Okay, so I'll be starting to look at what are your belief systems in there, what kinds of energy frequencies that you've got that you're blocking it. Are there interferences? Okay, so I'm just tracking you. I'm tracking your energy. So the more you tell me what you're experiencing without big old story, please, people, it's not your story. Okay, it's just just really to direct into the point of what's going on. Okay. That's the best way to get the most out of a clearing. Okay. Okay. What now? Okay, hang on. Shit. All right, Jackie. Okay. Well, okay. So, okay. Here's another. Okay, you guys. Here's another thing. Here's another piece. Here's another piece. I'm gonna put this up here. Okay. So now she's saying, that they say shit as they please, and then they, with no regard, to the fiance or the person who they are showing fake naked pictures of. Okay, so people, think about this. In that statement, clearly you're feeling victimized, right? And in a sense, you are. Like, we could go to court and prove, yep, she's being victimized. Okay, but we're not talking human consciousness here. We're talking evolution. We're talking evolving spiritually. Got it? So we are co-creating these kinds of situations because there's something inside that feels angst, that there's a feeling of judgment inside. There's some kind of pain in here. And this is how we this is the journey to uncover and reveal what's inside of us. Okay. So rather than going, pointing the finger at that person, keep remembering what's happening in me, what's getting activated in me. People, here's the thing. You create your reality through your subconscious. Guaranteed. You are creating everything, your interactions, the way other people are treating you, the way people are behaving. You are a co-creator in this based on what you have in your subconscious. Okay. What's anchored in here? Okay. So clearly there's some pain in here. There's some, there's some wounds in here, so like if I were doing a session, you would make that statement and I'd be going, okay, hear what's going on with you. And I start looking in your subconscious to, I'd be asking you, okay, can you feel where you're having a reaction? And you say, yeah. I'd be, okay, what's that feel like? What is that emotion? What's the emotion in there? Well, first maybe it's anger, frustration, anger. Okay, but let's go underneath that. What's underneath that? Oh, a little bit of heartache here, some pain. So then I would start tracking into that pain, okay? Because it's going to show me where you've got it anchored in, a belief that people should undermine you or humiliate you or shame you or judge you or reject you or feel, you're not enough. Whatever those unconscious wounds are, that's what needs to get unraveled. So people, I have a book on this. It's called The Way Back Home. And it's how to use your reactions, your life, as a doorway into your subconscious. Because every day you're having some kind of angst, some kind of reaction to something, some kind of judgment on something. But, here's the thing. If you keep judging, there's no evolution. There's no growth. All you keep doing is being right. Oh, yeah. Okay. People, it's about you. You want to get free. You want to get liberated. You want to open your heart. Okay. You want to know love. You want to have happiness, joy, abundance. Then you got to look within. Your life is showing you what you believe. Your life every day shows you what you got in your subconscious. Okay. So stop making it about there and keep asking, how's this making me feel? How's this making me feel? What's my feeling? What's this reaction? And do your best to come in and start to feel that. Okay. All right. That's just one part of it. Oh, okay. So Charlene's asking me, okay, so what did your husband say when you told him you wanted to check out? How did he treat you? Well, he didn't know what to do. I mean, he knew that I wasn't happy. Everyone's going to take it personal. Everyone's going to think it's about them. It wasn't about him. Okay. But he didn't know what to do. But what happened was, he wanted me to do something, so I got a psychic reading. And this is where, when I got the reading, I remember the woman's name to this day. Actually did she did some psychic classes. Anyway, she did a little bit of moving stuff, and I felt some movement happen. And then she gave me a name of a couple therapists. So I picked one, and then that's where I started to go. Okay, and so that was that's where it all began. But he was, he didn't know what to do, but he was trying his best, But I think, on some level, he probably did think he was a part of it simply because, I don't share this part often, but the guy was doing, he was doing, what's it called? Hang on a second. Freebasing. He was freebasing. He was doing fucking drugs, okay? So that was just compounded it, So yeah, but it's not that it was about him. My life was messed up, from the get-go. I was miserable from all my life, sad, abandoned, my entire life. So, he just happened to be that one. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, it's true. I'm a cosmic psychotherapist. Yes. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Okay, is it an outdated belief that we need to suffer in order to grow and evolve? Okay, so is it an outdated belief that we need to suffer in order to grow and evolve? Okay. Yeah, so people, yeah, it's not really the truth. We don't have to suffer to evolve. And yet, If you're alive, you will be suffering, okay? Because it's the emotional angst inside of people. You've got all this carryover that you've brought forth of lifetimes of feeling rejected, feeling abandoned, feeling betrayed, feeling unloved, feeling like you're not enough, okay? Those emotions are still there, so we're still trying to unravel them. But no, we don't need to suffer to grow and evolve. And yet, it's the suffering that causes us to start seeking ways to end our suffering. Think about this. When you're just experiencing love and light, are you seeking? No. There's not, because you're in a good space, okay? So it is that place where we are and where we are in angst, where we have this emotional energy within, feeling sad, feeling whatever. Here's the thing, people. Like I was saying earlier, you have all this carryover, all this carryover of pain. So, one of the things I work with and help people with is that well of grief. Everyone's got it. Everyone. I don't care if you got $1 billion or 10 cents. Everyone has that well of grief. Okay? It's all carryover. It's all that carryover from all these past lives. So, it's like everyone's got some kind of emotional pain. Everyone. Okay? Well, it doesn't matter what it is, but everyone does. And then it gets recreated and it plays out in your life because it's in your subconscious. Remember, your subconscious creates your reality. Okay? So, yeah, we don't have to be in suffering to grow. But again, when you're feeling good, you're not looking within. Okay? You're just not. Oh, what is this? Hang on. What is this? We got something here. Something. Yes, 3-eye. What is that? 3-eye atlas. Okay, what is this? What is this 3-eye atlas in the sky? Is it from aliens? Okay, so I haven't heard about this before. You guys, I'm not really listening to stuff, but let me just get a sense of. So the 3-eye atlas, some kind of energy, something right there. Okay, it's like, okay, is it alien? No, it's not actually alien. It looks like it's like how can I say? It's like I can see the energy frequencies. Okay, it's almost like there's like when we see things in the sky, like things come together, things start to present, energies start to present, visuals start to happen. But most of the time it's like energy frequencies, like a black hole. Think about a black hole. A black hole starts to pull energy, okay? So that's not alien, but it's an energetic thing that literally anything in its space will start to pull it in. It'll suck it right in, okay? So this is an energy frequency that I can sense it, see it, and it has a lot of light to it. And okay, hang on a second. I'm also getting to that. Oh, so clearly it's been visible. People are seeing it, and people are seeing it. Yeah, okay. It looks like it's pretty big, pretty bright, and okay, but I'm not getting that it's actually alien. Hang on a second. Okay, hang on a second. Another different question. Are aliens? Yeah, there we go. Different question. Are aliens creating it? It's not that it's alien, but aliens are creating it. Yes, that is what's up. So there are higher level beings that we would call alien. Well, they're not clearly they're aliens that are creating that 3-eye. Okay. Yeah. So it is being created through alien consciousness, but the energy itself is not alien. So that's why I was getting tripped up. Okay. Yeah. So it is being created by aliens for us. Pretty cool. Okay. Hang on a second. There's a cool question. How do dragons have babies? Do they reproduce like us in other dimensions? Dragons have eggs, people. Okay. And they are in other dimensions. Like we have a whole thing. I'm thinking, I have a thing, might be on YouTube, might be on the website, where I take people to the dragon world. Do you have a dragon? Okay. So yeah, so you go to the dragon world, and yeah, so there's different dimensions, different time and space, different planets where there are dragons. The particular dragon world that I take people to, that's where my dragons are. That's where they're from. So that's where I know dragons. So this is where I take them. But yeah, they lay eggs, people. They lay eggs. Okay. Think about like what are those things like T-Rex, dinosaurs, okay? Dinosaurs lay eggs. Okay, so think about that. The dragons are like they're species they're like that kind of species of dinosaurs, only different. So yeah, they definitely have babies. I know this may sound, normally I wouldn't be talking about this because people when they go, yeah, this woman's nuts, she's crazy. But I have a dragon in the other room. Her name's Pearl. She's a white dragon. She's had babies. I have Zizi, who's in the Bay Area. She's over by Adida. She's helping she's got her partner dragon. Another friend of mine had a dragon, big dragon. They mated. Anyway, they got 2 sets of offspring, but they are over in the area where the sanctuary of Adida is. They're kind of like protecting that area. Then I have another dragon, Violet, who's also had babies, and she's in that Bay Area as well. So Pearl's always with me. Whenever I move to, she stays with me. So, I have dragons. Okay. Okay. Okay, what is this? Okay, a couple more minutes. Okay. You said that the word has been spoken about the future of Earth, but there are not many possible timelines. But are there not many possible timelines or parallel versions of us and where the planet is going? Okay, there's parallels. There's other dimensions. Like science has already proven that there's 12 dimensions. They found 12. Okay, and all of these are not of this dimension. This has its own dimension. Okay, there's parallels. There's other dimensions. There's all kinds of things that it's hard for us to comprehend as humans. When you think about the universe and you try to absorb or realize that the universe that we see, that we're in this particular universe where we've got the Milky Way and all the things within this universe, people, it's unlimited, it's unfathomable and unlimited in universes. Think about this universe, okay? If you've ever looked at planets like the Earth and looked at the different sizes, Earth is this little tiny thing next to the sun or next to Mars, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to even comprehend. And when you look up at the skies, your brain can't assimilate it, can't take it in. But it's the universes are endless. Okay. So this particular dimension that we are in, there are things that are going to happen, and they're already happening. It's already in motion. Okay. So, it's like you're here to share the gift of you. So in this dimension on planet Earth, as a soul evolving, okay, you are here to share the gift of you. What I mean by that is when you are no longer living your wounded self, your ego self, your false self, okay, where you got all these misperceptions and beliefs about who you are, about others, okay, when you're no longer judging, finding fault, when your heart is open, you're experiencing unconditional love for everyone. I don't care who they are, okay? Then you are now able to share you. That means that you are no longer blocked or inhibited or shut down, hiding, afraid, fearing being judged, humiliated. You are just being your true, authentic self, sharing the gift of you. That is the journey here on planet Earth. Now, if we go into other time space, other dimensions, other realities, other universes, there's different things occurring, okay? But right here on planet Earth, your mission is to get free of all your misperceptions and conclusions, which is your wounding, taking things personal. Like, for example, I can use me. So as a kid, I'm in the womb. My mother trying to abort me. What did I do? Rather than my heart's just full open, understanding that, oh, it's just, that's her, that's not me. I'm coming into the world. How exciting. No, I took it personally. I shut down. I began to believe, oh, I'm not wanted. I don't belong here. They're going to kill me. Okay. So people, you may not know this, but I spent most of my life in isolation, in places out of the world, so to speak, out in areas where there's no people. Okay. For real. Because of that. Okay. So if I was evolved and I came into the body and I didn't forget and I knew who we really are, I would have not taken anything personal. Okay. But people, that's the setup. We forget and we take everything personal. But your true mission here is to present and to be who you are, all of you. And here's the thing. You don't know who you are. Okay? How can you? You're thinking you're this broken person, or you're thinking you're shattered, or you're thinking there's something wrong with you, or you're thinking you're a failure, or you're thinking you're not enough, or you're thinking you're not loved. Okay? None of those are true and real. None of it. Okay. So, all right, I need to get going. Today's group clearinghouse is transcending emotional manipulation and gaslighting. I'll be coming into your subconscious, unraveling that energy, going both ways, where you've done it or it's been done to you. And then think about too, that emotional manipulation. Why is everyone somehow trying to emotionally manipulate someone else? Because you got wounding. You're not shining your light. You're not living in your light. Okay? All right, everyone. Hope to see you in about 25 minutes. Okay.